Just know I'm down and diligent. I'm down and diligent. Ay, mama always working late. Daddy didn't work today. I got all these bills to pay, and I'm not even thinking straight. Probably twisting up a wood, trying to see what's up today. I've been engineering all my music, feeling all type of way. Drowning in my thoughts, I might get lost up in this tidal wave. Maybe I'm just tired of Seattle, I need brighter day. I get way too high, I lose my mind, I'm thinking all type of shit. Look you in your eyes, I see a star, son, your future lit. Smiling at your mama, all in love, that's my type of chick.
Yo, what's good, man? Y'all tapped into another dope episode of the Down and Diligent podcast.
Sir, we back. Man, do yourself a favor. Gonna like, subscribe, comment, all social media platforms. Follow up.
Follow up.
That notification bell, too.
You already
Subscribe.
know, man. We back up in this thing. It's a blessing to be back in this thing. Before we get into this interview, I want to shout out Big Dog, my big bro, man. Say so. Happy birthday to you, brother.
Say so.
What up, what up?
Love, my
Happy
G.
birthday.
Like that nigga,
Say
my
so.
first couple of casual say so was
Chastised.
funny. Yeah, he chastised the dad.
Yeah,
Everything, man.
He a
What
fool,
happened?
bro.
One time I met him, we came to like a little hotel party I was at.
Oh, yeah.
And I was saying what's up there. You was there too. I was saying what's up to everybody.
Uh-huh.
And niggas just like, hey nigga, why you talking so fast? I'm drunk as a skunk.
Yeah.
What you talking about? He's like, nigga, who you know? I'm like, I know Daddy and all them niggas. But he playing. I'm drunk though.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
just doing it because he see
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
drunk. And
yeah.
then I go to his bachelor party. This nigga,
Oh, yeah.
he trying to charge me to get in.
All at the door.
Bro, I'm in there living it up. I ain't even know the homie.
This nigga trying to charge us to get in. But say so, my boy. Like,
Yeah.
but I like shit. Like, I like people like that. You feel me?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure, man.
It make you have to put on Front Street. Is you a punk or is you gonna go for it or not?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's I like people
Yeah.
like that every
Straight
time.
up. Straight up.
Individual, man.
Yeah, most definitely, man. What's up, man? We got my boy up in here today.
Hold on,
Dude,
I'm
we
sorry
gonna
about
jump
that.
into
Before we bring in our
Go
guest,
ahead, go ahead.
I like to say rest in peace to Elia.
Oh.
You feel me?
Oh, rest in peace.
Peace, Ellie.
My boy Rob, mom, she passed a few days ago.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? She was a real life like legend on our side of town.
Yeah.
Anybody could come to her house. You know what I mean? Make everybody feel comfortable. A real stand up. You gonna be missed.
Most definitely. Rest in peace, moms. Rob, keep your head up, man, and try to push through it, brother. I never lost my mom.
I never neither,
So,
but that feel like a mom to me. But I don't know his feelings.
All
But
love, bro.
Yeah.
Most definitely. But we got my partner up in here, man. You know, Do. We call him Do. I call him Do. Do Lil, man. We can take it back.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
been knowing this dude for so many years, bruh. Since high school, we met terms on some whole other shit, and it was cool. I remember for a while, it's like my boy disappeared or something for a minute. And then I don't know, it wasn't that you disappeared. It's just we grew out of high school and shit and did our thing. And then we got back reconnected. And then we was locked in from there, man. Solid individual,
For sure.
strong dude, great father,
Yeah.
great friend.
Like,
All the above, bro. And I just want to say, man, we commend you for what you doing and the steps that you taking in life to get better with yourself, bro, and become a better friend, father, and all of these things
Thank
that
you,
you need to be, bro.
yeah, man.
So,
great.
man,
Yeah,
I
appreciate
introduced Compton's very own. You know what I'm saying? My boy Do Lil.
yes,
man.
sir,
it.
Lil.
No.
Shalom.
What's the deal, man? How you doing?
Oh man, it's a blessing to be here, man. It's a beautiful presence on me right now, man. I like what y'all doing up here, man.
Most definitely.
It
all the
feel
time.
good. It feel good.
All the time, most definitely, bro. So what's the deal, man? How's life been treating you, bro? What's been going on, man?
Ah man,
Been off
life
the
is
scene for a little bit.
yeah, life is good. You know, not everything is sweet, but you know, it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's going just how it's supposed to. I can say that.
Huh.
yeah, most
No
definitely.
matter how we see it.
Say that.
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah.
Most definitely, bro. So with that being said, man, let us know about your childhood. We know you come from Compton.
Mhm.
Let us know about your upbringing. We know you've been through a couple of tragedies that you have, and we're gonna get into a little bit of that
Yeah.
later. You feel me?
Okay.
Just let us know about your upbringing, man. What was the household like?
Well, the household was, you know, mom's always instilled Christianity in us at an early age, and I came up a Compton baby. Mom's and them actually was nutty
What part of
block.
Compton?
They
Okay.
the nutties.
Okay.
Right? So I got family in the West Side. So I didn't know that as a kid, but long story short, I grew up everywhere, from Compton to Bellflower to Orange County to the IE. So I got every bit of every section.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But excuse me, I always kept Compton in my heart. I could say that,
Yeah.
you know. But life was like everybody else is pretty much coming out of Compton, man, at the city. You know, we faced some tragedies and had to make decisions. You know what it was. Basically, what, get down and lay down. But nah, you know what I mean. No, I'm just playing with you. But you know what I mean, though, man. So you either become a product of your environment, or you rise above it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
And it's
when
hard to rise above it at a young
yeah,
age.
yeah.
Don't forget to say that.
Right, you right
'Cause
about
everybody
that.
everybody is around it. Everywhere you go, school, home,
right,
friends.
That's a
It's hard to
fact.
rise above that.
right.
Yes,
It's
sir.
nearly impossible. Even
For
if you
sure.
don't really get involved, you're still around it. It's especially at the irrational age you're at. I can see now we talking like, oh yeah, rise above it,
Mhm.
but you gotta
Yeah.
think about.
When you in the midst of it, ain't no. It's just what it is.
I just got done telling the homie that like you gotta. I seem like we get over, we forget we was that age.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
oh, you
Mhm.
dumb. You think about you
What
right
you
there.
was doing.
You
Yeah.
feel me? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, most definitely.
and then you don't realize it when you in it. Like you
Nah.
don't, you know.
it's the right thing to do. I'm
Right.
doing the right thing. Like I'm with
Right.
these my people.
This is life.
Right.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
what it is. It's just normal. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I knew.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what part of Compton did you come up in? And
Mhm.
when did you pick up uh the lifestyle that
Well,
was surrounded by you?
original West Side. It's a street called Pyro Street. Original Pyro's out of Compton, and I got Bloodline actually in my old section, and actually as a kid I had an older relative. They used to come around. Mom used to try to keep me away, but I understood now why she did. You
Yeah.
feel me? And he influenced me a lot. I could say that. And at the early age, it was about third grade, started jumping off the big toy,
Damn.
screaming West Side. Didn't never see the hood. Didn't get put on.
It was just
Wasn't
a
allowed
big
over there.
influence
I
on
just know every other weekend when I had to go see Pops, when I got to go see my brothers. You know what I'm saying? This was,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's
So
where we at. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
and it was
So
exciting to you at that
yeah,
age,
it was
right?
exciting, man. But didn't know I was getting myself into,
And
man.
that's back there where the Bloods was moving cool. They was real. Really, you didn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Outnumbered. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got turned on at an early age. Even before that, seeing my first drive by in the Jordan Downs at church. It was after the peace treaty had broke.
Mm-hmm.
So that I actually saw that
That was
stepping
92.
outside at Bible study, man, as a kid. I was about 5,
Yeah, I was on. Yep.
you know, and I
I
remember
was still
it
in the
like
projects around
yesterday.
then.
Yeah, so that was my first gangbang encounter, like actually seeing the action and the red bandanas coming through and like the fire coming out the gun and all that. I'm just sitting, I went back inside the church and I'm just sitting in the back of the pew like, what is that? What is that? Then I seen it again. They doubled back on the way out from church. And then red bandanas, all I could see was coming through the window and the fire again. I'm like, I went to bed that night. Like, I seen that bee. And I was like, man, what is that? I said, whatever that is, I want it. That's how it started for me. All right, man. I said that.
Yeah.
That's how it started. And then, you know, I made my mind up to be a gangster at 5.
Damn.
Yeah.
So was Pops how involved was Pops and Moms in the household? Was y'all all in the household together? How did that work?
We separated. Moms and Pops separated at the age of 4. I remember the day. Um, it was different households, so you know, visitation rights, see Pops every other weekend or something, you know. But they did the best they could, you know. I ain't gonna lie, they did the best they could. I chose the street life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody want that for their kids. Just
Yeah. Right.
you gotta go to work. You unsupervised. I'm finna go hit my
Exactly.
head somewhere, man.
That's how I go.
Exactly.
man.
Yeah, exactly. But
And I got a question I want to ask, bro. With that being said, as a father,
Mhm.
right? Do you look at? because we can see a lot of kids that don't follow what they teaching is, whether they parent is in their life every day, every other day, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So do you feel like having with the custody and the rights and all of that with kids being able to see certain parents at certain times, do
Mhm.
you feel like that is only a limit to how much your kid can gravitate to what you teaching?
Yeah, cause it's basically like you probably getting taught two different things in different, you know what I'm saying, in different households. Unless the parents is on the same level with co-parenting, and this is what it is now. We just like, all right, we gonna keep it what it is until they get older and they decide if they want to come with me or not.
Right.
That's
You
when the
know?
Right.
mature mind involved, though.
Yeah,
But you
but
gotta
you
be a
know,
All right,
team.
go.
You
you
still
gotta
gotta
be a
be
team. Cause
you
once
gotta
you get
still
that man involved, once you get the white man involved,
yeah.
I ain't
Now
racist,
it's a
but
he
once you
say,
get
he
the,
say game
once you
now.
get
Yeah.
them involved in that, then it's like it's always gonna be a constant battle with something.
Right.
And I
Right.
feel like that's one thing. I don't, yeah, because if I want to see my kids, I want to see my kids. Like,
Yeah,
I shouldn't be on
Yeah.
no weekend, none of that, man.
yeah,
Especially if we're in the same vicinity. If I
yeah,
feel like today I want to go pick up my kid and be with my
Yeah.
kid,
Right.
but like you said, once that man get involved and put
Right.
them restrictions on you, got to go by his laws on something you created. It's
For
crazy.
sure. For
yeah.
sure.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that
But
shit crazy.
kids need to see their mom and they dad love.
Mm.
They need to feel love. You know what I'm saying? They
Mhm.
need to see that as an upbringing.
Yeah.
Or it's a
And
door
they
opener.
need to see that mutual respect y'all have for each other too.
Right.
That's very important, right?
Yeah, most
Be-
definitely.
yeah,
Most
because
definitely.
they only gonna repeat what they see
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah.
So I think that's very
Yep,
important.
repeat or resent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we all been victims to it.
Yeah, most definitely, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, man, you lost a brother. What year was it?
2006.
2006.
Those are them was some hard years. I ain't gonna lie.
2006.
Yeah, early
2000,
2000.
like 02 to 09 was
It
kind of
was.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a
Definitely.
little wild,
Most
man.
definitely. And
Yeah.
I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to touch no sensitive spots or nothing like that. So
Right.
no, it's cool. But losing a big brother, bro,
Mm-hmm.
that was prominent in your life every day, bro. Y'all had this bondage. That's like a bond.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through that? Like what was the whole situation? What happened?
Well, to not to be self-incriminative, but
No, not yeah.
uh, excuse me. That it was a weird day, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was the Raiders just won.
so you know shit tricky.
I knew
Hey, you got to throw that out there.
I knew Daz was gonna
Something
say
is
something
up.
about the sports about the Raiders.
Right.
But it was the day just felt different. The air was different, man. But something in my spirit wasn't sitting right. But I don't really want to run through the day, man. But
Yeah.
I did the best I could to protect us all, and the outcome was the outcome. But uh, losing a brother is like your teacher, like losing your
Mm.
teacher, man. The one that was your shield and protector.
Yeah, your sensei, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Karate Kid or
Mm-hmm.
something, you know what I'm saying? So, they what'd you say on I try to make a joke to keep from, touching a soft spot in my heart, man. It's like on I'ma Get You Sucker, man. He say, they took my teacher,
Yeah.
boy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
though. But it was a hard time for me, man. I resorted in a lot of things, man, that that are actually testimonies now.
Mm.
You know? Uh, I did a lot of ecstasy, man. I was just out drinking back to back and partying and you know doing violent things and a lot of things that I don't regret because I got through it. But I repent for it. I can say that. And it's a lot of growth that came from it.
Say that.
Yeah, man.
During that time, did you ever seek any counseling for that? Have you ever got any counseling from that situation? Because you've told me about it before, and I know how probably
Hmm.
intense it was, and how that probably could, affect you for the rest of your life. Probably pretty much somebody experienced some stuff like that. Have
Yeah.
you ever like sought out counseling for it?
I
No.
didn't. I tried to find every answer in the bottle, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I tried to find every answer in the bottle and just acting out and, destroying,
Yeah.
Mm.
destroying people.
Making people want to feel that pain you feel, huh?
I did, man, until it just hit me one day like this one ain't feeling right.
Mm.
Something gotta change and you about to go.
You crashing out.
Yeah, you about to this
You got a whole
this your
bigger
last
purpose.
chance. You better figure it out or you next.
I'm
You know
glad
what
you
I'm
did, because
saying?
most don't until they
Yeah.
already locked away or
Right.
somebody else figured it out for them.
Yeah.
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 Everything.
And that's the sad part, man. So gotta
Yeah.
be the change that you want to see.
Most
You know?
definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever resulted into counseling when you witnessed?
Nah, I mean
Uh,
not for that, but as I got older, I did.
yeah.
As I got older, yeah, got some
Did
counseling.
it kind of help you like find some of the answers
A
that you was
little
looking
bit.
for?
I kind of like felt I didn't really follow through with it, but I did seek it out, and I ain't followed through. I probably should have, should have followed through with it, but
Yeah.
they did
Yeah, that's
offer
big.
like they offered it, but I was like I didn't really know what it was at the time. I was
Right.
younger, so I
Right.
didn't really know. I felt like I didn't need it, but nah, not really.
Right.
I didn't even know you lost a brother.
No, my I seen my friend get killed.
Scunge, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember touchback. Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So with that being said, man, you talked about being raised Christian,
Yeah.
which you resorted to different things that had nothing to do with your upbringing.
Right.
So now I see you transitioning as a Christian and you
Mhm.
pushing God's message.
Yeah.
How did that come back into play?
Oh wait. Man,
Mm-hmm.
it got real deep. So what people didn't know, even what my mama didn't know, when gangbang got introduced to me at that time, when I seen my first drive by at the age of 5, at that time I started looking into Islam too.
Yeah.
As a youngster, I was like, who is that? I said, them dudes right there. And I'm
Militant.
like, they militant. You know what I'm saying? They order, they structure together. You know what I'm saying? They about the community. So it was always a seed planted, but it was in the back of my mind with
Mhm.
that, with Islam. But gangbanging, I went for a flash, right? So as I got older, a lot of things transpired, and actually 2020 was when I actually made the decision to go forth with Islam, and it was supposed to happen.
How did that come about?
Yeah.
Well, mm,
Well, yeah. How did that come about, bro?
well, that was quarantine time, right? So it was a lot of idle time going on. That's the devil's playground, right? So I just got to watching a lot of Farrakhan videos,
Yeah.
and I just like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do, man. I got to see what this about. I got to see for myself.
Well, I feel like your time, your other time was God's time trying to talk to you.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
Like you want to see, go ahead. And
It's,
see, you
I
know what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
to me ain't no bad religion. It's all to better you. It's just the people in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's nothing. You know what I mean? When you go into a religion, you going to make yourself righteous. So
right.
that's how I feel. That's why I don't judge people. If you going, I know you going to. Oh, you going this? You about to be this? I know
Mhm.
you trying to better
Better
yourself. So
yourself.
I'm
Yeah,
not here to
Yeah.
talk you off no airs or better and no self. You
yeah,
feel
that's
me?
real.
I'm all for it if it's gonna
Mm.
make you better in a positive
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, it played its part.
Mhm.
It did. I learned how to fast a lot quick and all that, and just be more.
Discipline those things.
Yeah, and
But
on
like
and a lot
that
of
militant
yeah,
type of
cause I was always
You always was
Yeah,
militant
you
militant.
want
When I
that
in a
always
militant.
when I
way.
always met you, you was a militant ass nigga. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
that's cause a lot of my family and friends, it got both sides. So I had partners that was Crips,
Mm-hmm.
and I got Bloods and Power Rules too. So everywhere we went, people didn't understand why y'all kicking it together. So it was more like, all right, look,
It's
we gotta move
understanding.
as a
Respect.
unit
Yeah.
We stand
because
on
Yeah.
they
respect.
not gonna like us. They
Yeah,
ain't gonna understand us coming up.
Mhm.
So it was more like
most
moving like
definitely.
that. So I tapped into it, but
Yeah.
it was a process that was needed, man. I could say that. I'm glad I got to see it. and see it for what it was. But I made it out of some dark stuff out of that.
When you,
Man.
when
I
you say
took
see it for what it was, what did you see? What did you notice?
well, I could tell you this, man. You got the the physical realm. You got the spiritual realm.
Facts.
A lot of people not too open about the spiritual realm. Well, they are. I can say that because you got modern day witchcraft.
Explain to me. Explain the spiritual realm and the
My
physical
God.
realm. Huh?
I can only say what God allowed me to say. Forgive me if I touch anybody in the soft area right now.
No, you just getting
In a
off your
sensitive,
getting off your truth.
sensitive
Yeah.
place.
We know how to
I'm
word it. It's
speaking
cat soft.
to
It
the
cat is
viewers.
soft. I
To the
feel you.
viewers.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things I went through, man, and God opened my eyes spiritually, man, to a lot of things, and I got to see. I can see people for they spirits. We just spirits wrapped up in a body,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, actually, Islam is cool. I ain't gonna say it's all bad, and I'm not gonna say everybody that's Muslim is bad, but I can say certain things that's done, it's rituals and
A lot of blind eye turn to what it is.
yeah. People say that I'm spiritual, but what kind of spirits you playing with?
Yeah.
You got unclean spirits, and then you got the Holy Spirit.
Yes, sir.
Now, once I figured all of that out, I said,
It
"Oh,
get real tricky then, and you get
Yeah.
to really see what cats doing. There's a lot of cats in that, like you said, in that religion with that dirty spirit.
yeah,
But
man."
Man.
but you
Well,
can't tell because they convert in the same tongue as you, but you don't know, like you said, until you
Yeah.
locked in, you see it like he ain't right.
Yeah, it wasn't, man, and it got deep, man. It got deep. They I wouldn't say they tried to Malcolm X me, but in my we used to call it it's I don't like to say all them words because them words you bring it back all that is playing with the familiar spirits, and that's another thing. But it's like I high rank. I got in a high rank quick in Islam.
Mm-hmm.
So what people don't know, man, and when you get to a high rank at a certain time, a jinn comes to visit you when you sleep and asks you what you want. And that's why you see a lot of Muslims rich.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of them wealthy. They playing with stuff, they touching something they ain't supposed to touch, and then they making covenants, And I can tell you that it's something different. I'm not here to down talk Islam or nothing because I was all in.
So
I was
mostly
all
most
in.
of the time when people
But
jinn come is off for selfish reasons for them.
yeah, like it's like even the doors and all that, the things we used to say was appeasing demons.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how you get attacked in your dreams or something at
Yes,
night. And your
yeah.
mama say, "Plead the blood of Jesus," right?
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, I wasn't doing it because we was only believing that he was just a prophet. He
Prophet.
wasn't the son of God, right? So I wasn't doing it. So I say, the proper words that was supposed to be said. And then at the time it was happening. It was cool for a little bit. I would appease the demon, but I didn't know. I'm thinking I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. All the time I'm appeasing the demon, meaning saying we are one, we are together. So all right, I'll back
So the
off for a
words you were
little bit.
saying was probably which I was talking Swahili, right?
No, Arabic.
Arab.
Yeah,
And then when you found out what that translated to, you found out that you were saying like,
yeah,
We are one, we are together.
yeah. It's like I know I know how to say the whole thing, but I don't want
yeah,
to.
no, you don't
Yeah,
have to. No, we don't want to.
No.
Let's not do that. You feel me?
So he like,
We be shut down by next week.
I
Let's not
ain't
do
gonna
that.
do you like that, man.
Right.
But yeah, though, it's a little different, man. But some people just brought up like that, But I had to see like this is not your walk.
Mm,
It's not your purpose.
mm.
God showed me a lot, and I was like, it's a lot of things I'm not permissible to say, but
I
I
got
can
a
say
question to ask you off
I
the
wouldn't
air.
be here if
Yeah.
Sure.
I didn't make the decision I made.
Say that.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was wild, man.
Yeah.
What I
People
do.
do. That's.
Go ahead.
I like. People do be praying to them other spirits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Consulting with the dead and all of that.
yeah,
Playing with familiar spirits,
and
man.
not playing. We're playing with somebody ain't nothing to be played with.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
yeah.
So I got a question for you, man. Just take it back
Yeah.
a little bit. So
Sure.
I want to know how what's some of the most difficult things about transitioning from like the gangbanging lifestyle to religion,
Yeah.
altogether.
Well, the first thing was how my people gonna think of me. A lot of people so worried about everybody's opinion
Right.
that they don't never want to, follow through with what was right in their spirit. Like I was just telling Day earlier, everybody was born with a gift. It's on you to open that package.
Right.
You
Right.
feel me?
Right.
I like that.
So after I got off it don't matter what they say. It's what God say at the end of the day. So you gonna make the decision, or you gonna fall right here where you stand at, because you can die on your feet spiritually, and then your physical go out. A lot of people don't know you dead before you even your heart stop. When you not walking in your purpose, you just
You
here.
just here.
You just
You in
here.
the
You
way.
know what I'm saying? So I had to get over
You
like,
in your own way.
yeah, this is what I want to do. Cause I got a lot of phone calls. Man, what's up? You ain't coming through. You ain't drinking. You ain't sliding. I got some females. I got what do. I ain't. Hey, look, I'm out.
Yeah.
I got called all kind of things. Some people respected it. Some didn't understand. I'm like, it's okay. I had to be all right with it. Like everybody ain't gonna get it,
Right,
bruh.
right,
You feel me? So
right.
once I got to that point, I'm just like, look, you gotta walk in your purpose. God told you to do this. So once I got to that point, man, it's like it's home, man. I'm at home.
Mhm.
Like I'm at peace
Feel
everywhere I
right.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Jehovah
And you should
Shalom.
be able to feel.
Right.
Yeah, we all should feel. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I would just say, man, with that question, just tell the youngsters to walk in their purpose, man.
Mhm.
Even if you're a grown man, some people ain't figure their purpose out.
Right.
Ask God, talk to him about it. It's a personal relationship you got with him over actually going to church and all that. Like, it's a real personal relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
most
Agree with
definitely.
that.
Yeah.
Most definitely, bro.
Sure.
So when you make that transition like that, and I know it's certain things that you can't go back to your old ways. You won't, but do you still put yourself around the same environment, the same people? Do you still go to the neighborhood to, get God's message out,
Mm.
or however you do?
Well, so I can say this. When I know I'm not supposed to be somewhere, I don't go.
Okay.
When I'm sent somewhere, when God say, go ahead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or I see the homies, I grew up with or something, like, man, I'm gonna talk to you. You know what I mean? My last partner, I just seen him on Rosecrans the other day. Yeah, what's up, man? Where you be at? I'm out the way. I mean, that's all I could tell you, but hey, let me show you something real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been
Yeah.
praying for you, man. I'm glad you got out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't never try to just tell someone, you should stop doing that. You wrong.
Yeah.
Nah, I've been there. But when I don't put myself in certain situations or be around certain people no more, it's because you got to know your triggers.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know what's going to take you back that way.
And it ain't even about them.
No, it's not. It's
you.
not.
It's
Like,
the
and
environment, how everybody is,
bruh,
the
I be like,
movement.
please don't take it personal. But
Yeah.
then again, it's like I can't keep trying to explain to you if you don't get it. How much love do you really got for me? If you don't understand what I'm saying,
You
like
don't
it's
love
not
me
a,
enough
it's
so I
not
can grow, or
against
you love me
Yeah.
enough to how I used to be.
yeah. And a lot of people want that person back, but I'm not him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Gunna. I'm not Doolittle. I'm not YG. I'm not none of that. I used to be, man. I'm not.
Say
But,
that.
yeah, I go to certain places, man, when it's time to. Jesus walked through the hood too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, we acting like we not in our 30s. Like we not.
Yeah,
For real.
Like what's the not even saying what's the point? I feel you. Like
Yeah.
we all know. Like people go back to wherever they from or whatever they grew up at. But we also all know we at the age where I'm not about to go around this firecracker when I know he ain't trying to hear nothing but the
Nothing.
politics.
Yeah.
So
Nothing.
it's hard. It's hard because some of them don't want to hear it.
Nah, you know, we was I said
Yeah, they don't want to
always.
hear it. How hard you want to preach it to them because it's grown cats that don't
Can't
want to hear
save
it.
everybody,
Right.
man.
Right.
You
That
can't.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
And when they ready to get saved, it's gonna be on their time, bro.
When people ready to get right, they gonna get right, man.
Yeah.
You know.
We ain't perfect.
Like you said, as long as you walk in your righteous path, your right. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, when God sent you there, He sent you there.
Yeah.
Like you said, He walked through the hood.
Yeah, he did.
Straight up.
He wanted to go. He wanted to
That's
go.
where He went to go get His people. Most
He
of
wanted to
us.
go get him.
For sure.
And he went to go get him. But I ain't perfect either. I try my best not to backslide. As
Right.
believers, we deal with it so hard. You know what I'm saying? Temptation. You know what I'm saying? Going back to
We
real
are
quick,
born sinners.
let me get this. You know what I'm saying? Anger, all of that. Got to. Oh man, I deal with so much, but it's like if it's not peace, then who sent this? Why
Mm.
am I feeling like this?
Mm.
Yeah, the enemy sent that. That's what you gotta check yourself. That's how you know your triggers. What is your Goliath? What is your Goliath? You gotta overcome your Goliath.
That was a
Say
bar.
that. Say that. That's a cold. Right.
Yeah.
man.
See, it's kind of refreshing. You know what I mean? I'm not into no like the religion or church. You know what I mean? I do believe that God, you know what I'm saying, is my savior and all that. But I also see it's refreshing seeing somebody saying they're going to the church. I see so many people saying they're like they leaving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like refreshing to see somebody saying I'm going to it. Like even though people they got their own reasons of leaving or doing the thing, they're not saying they're going to no crazy stuff, but they're like you said, most of them are going to the spiritual per se
Spiritual
world.
side, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is that more now? You
You
don't know. I don't know if you know. I'm just asking. Like,
No,
your
you
opinion.
talking about that evil eye and all of that. People be wearing them beads and
Yes.
they
Yeah,
plant.
the universe is.
Yes, that's the trigger the enemy. So everything in the Bible gets recycled.
Ain't nothing new under the
It
sun.
gets recycled.
Mhm.
Everything comes back around.
Yeah.
It was a time everybody was like, "Man, we don't hear from God. I don't know what Moses told y'all. Moses said this, but when we ain't heard nothing, man, let's now they worshiping the golden calf. They down there dancing around the fire, around the calf. The whole time he up there for I can't remember how many times. Forgive me, Lord. I don't want to say the wrong thing. He was up there trying to figure out the commandment, getting the commandments from God. The whole time they like, Moses, we waited for you the whole time. You up there, we don't know what you was doing on that mountain. He come down and everybody dancing around the golden calf.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
And
what I
they
feel
just
like
parted
right
the
now?
Red Sea to get y'all up out of captivity.
I'm getting
You don't expect that? The miracles to come for
I'm
you?
getting Bible study, a hood nigga.
Bible version of Bible study. That's
How
what
you
I'm here
said that?
for, man.
Like you on fire. Hey, you better get off.
That's-
Coming from Moses, no more.
He just popped the Red Sea. Y'all go,
Yeah, God just allowed me to part this Red Sea to get y'all up out of there, out of Pharaoh's, and get
I
y'all
went up there to go get
whooped
the
on.
commandments.
And
Go get
y'all
the
couldn't
thing.
wait for me for
Man.
about a couple days, more days, and y'all want to go worship a false God?
And I heard there's way more
Say
commandments
that.
than in the real
Say
at the
that.
real thing.
Yeah.
At like 42, I heard, right?
What?
Heard there's way more commandments at the real
Hey,
situation.
I forgot how many it was.
It's a lot of different laws for sure.
Yeah, at the
Dietary
real,
laws,
at the,
all kind
at
of
the
laws.
original. When you break
I
down the
heard
that.
original,
Yeah, it was.
you know, because everything
more
is
than
like you said,
42.
sub,
It was like
Baptist.
100 something.
Yeah, it's
It
crazy.
was like 100.
I would like to see it one day. I'm curious. That's why I'm a curious.
Yeah,
man.
no, that's I
You
get
know
it.
what
Right.
I be want to
So,
see shit. I be
Where
getting.
you fellowship at?
We actually built our own. It's called Soap Part Ministry.
Soul Part Ministry.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
congratulations,
most
bro.
definitely, most definitely.
Man, it's not mine. I just, I met the prophet when that's during Islam. My partner came and got me. I was going to the mosque on Fridays and going to church on Sunday. I never stopped the first day I went. And that's how it all happened. But his name Prophet Judah Angelos. You can look him up on YouTube, Soap Part Ministries. YouTube, Instagram, to TikTok, all of that. So it's prophetic words, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's happened with
Yeah.
Ali. You know, I got a
Yeah,
brother. My brother name is Ali.
yeah.
Jamal Ali.
Mhm.
You feel me? He converted to Christianity.
Yeah.
Just like was into the gangs and everything. You know what I'm saying? Completely turned his life around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You probably met him before.
Brother
bro.
deep too.
Yeah, he deep.
Yeah.
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 He wanted because he like man, we brothers, so we curious, so we want to know the real deal. You feel me? So he
Yeah.
like the real the original shit and all that. Ain't nothing but you to live righteous.
Right.
Prophetic word.
Oh,
from
this
the
is
Lord.
Soap Part Ministries right there.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Most definitely.
Wow.
So where do you guys?
There go my brother Miracle right there, man. Shout out to Apostle Miracle, Prophet Judah.
So it's online.
Yeah.
You got fellowship online.
Yeah. So
Okay.
right now we online right now between getting another building,
Okay.
and we'll be doing revivals. I definitely reach out to y'all, man. So
Yeah.
I look like this on purpose, man. Braids and tattoos, man, so I can touch the youth, man.
You're supposed to blend in with
Yeah, y'all gonna
With your people.
Yeah.
yeah, y'all my people. So I
Yeah,
gotta
man.
come back and get y'all, man. I got a mission.
I guess that's why the devil is winning so much, right? Because he comes in our form and other ones look up.
What you mean?
Well, They say that.
You the devil.
No, not at all. No,
Nah,
don't
just
take
play.
that serious. I'm saying, like you said, how Moses went up to the hill and we forgot.
Yeah.
Like with this accessible stuff, like you said, idle time is devil time.
Uh-huh.
We don't know if the prophet doing something right now. You know what I mean? Like we get to see. Is we dancing with the devil? Is we dancing with
for real.
the bad spirit?
He come in disguise.
He come in
bro.
disguise, and like you just said, you
Mm-hmm.
come like this. Before I can show you, we are like you too. That's what I'm saying. Like you feel me? Because once people get in there, that's what they don't feel less than. It says come as you are, but then you hear in behind the back they talking about you and how you living and everything. That's what I'm saying. That's what deteriorate people from.
Yeah, so far we don't move like that. We
I love that.
Khaki suit on.
Yeah, as you
to the
should.
back.
Come as you are.
I
Come
was
as
like,
your personality
you know what I mean?
is.
Right.
Yeah.
And I seen that, like, cause sometimes, I see your posts and stuff on Instagram, and I seen it on the church, the website. It seemed like it's like a younger group of people.
It is.
Rather than just like, cause when you go to church, it's usually like the kind of like an older people crowd, and it's more like they traditions and they how they been doing things
And
for the
extremely
longest.
young ones.
But sometimes that turned the young people away because it's like, why he coming here dressed like that, or why they doing like, and that kind of like pushes people away. And I've seen it personally at different churches. Like that'll discourage somebody from coming.
That's
you know what I mean?
Religious spirit.
That's
We're so chatty. We can't wait.
Yeah, that's that religious stuff, and it kind of that's what probably push a person away from going to church. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't play with religious spirits, man. We it's Christianity, but we actually identify ourselves as women of God and men of God.
Mm-hmm.
Say that.
So it's more of a personal relationship is what that is. But to say what you were saying though, yeah, the devil come, he can transform himself into an angel of light.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
he once was up there.
He ain't got the big old red thorns and all that. No, the nigga handsome.
Handsome,
He
charisma, all that. He
You know
can
what I'm saying?
move.
Real smooth. And you know what I mean? Talk to you real
He
smooth.
was an angel of music.
Right.
Think about it. Come on, you gotta put it together.
He was.
Yeah.
He was, man. That's
Good with the words,
that's
right?
another
Good
story.
with his
man.
words. Say the right
Master
thing.
manipulator.
You gotta think
Yeah.
about who you dealing with. You gotta know who you dealing with to win.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people. When people don't know who they be dealing with, on nothing.
Mhm.
That's why cats get spanked out here all day.
Yeah.
Because cats don't know nothing. They just think they the big bad wolf every time.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Do your homework. That's all I gotta say. Just do your homework. On everything. That's how I feel in life.
Yeah,
you feel me?
do
I'm not
your
no. You feel me? I'm not gonna just headbutt some shit. You gotta know, like he says, nigga. If you know all this, like, that's why it was like I can listen to music and it don't do nothing to me. Like it don't move me because I know that all that, like this, it was meant to be this way. It was meant for this. I don't idolize no fucking entertainment because it was meant to be that way. Yeah. That's like you said, ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
If you really read the Bible, this has happened hundreds of times.
Over and over, man.
You feel me? Like hundreds of times. Right. And everybody that say I'm like, have you read the Bible? Like not your the scripture y'all niggas tell niggas the word. I'm talking about the whole thing. Like from right there to right there. And cats don't, then you be like, oh, that's why you don't get it.
Yeah. I learned that too because I feel like at a point I'm like I want to build my relationship, my personal relationship with God, rather than just going to church and listening to the preacher tell me what his interpretation of what he read is. I'm like, let me go do my own research, right? Do my own study. And so I was like just reading the Bible and like learning more than I've ever really learned in church. Like really just doing my own studying and figuring out, all right, well, God. And then you get to know God like personally, like, all right, he did
your
this.
own relationship.
He did this, he did this. So this is the type of God we working with.
And that's why so many like black people try to like, oh, they said you supposed to honor their master and all that. But I was like, it says shit like that, but have you read the whole thing for that? Right. I was like, you have to know that they taught Nat Turner to read and only told him to read these scriptures. Yeah. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? That should be my gripe. Like, oh, I'm not Christian. I'm not. But then when I start really like I said, I'm curious. Yeah. So I started reading into things and was like, this is that. And so that went to this. Yeah. And he didn't really say that.
And that was only taking pieces out.
He said that. You feel me?
Yeah. Right. Don't leave this part out.
I'm ready. I mean, I'm
take a piece out of something and it change the whole narrative of it.
Yeah.
Like, it is, you gotta learn it from top to bottom. Like,
facts.
You know what I mean? Somebody take what they think is right. Or here, this is what this said. Man, tell me what.
Remember back in the day, I used to make the post with the thing. I don't even do this shit no more. Cause I get it. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like
Yeah.
it was everything was a manipulation, but you know what I'm saying? Like you give, like you said, we're flawed, we're man.
Mhm.
You give man something with their own will, what you think he gonna do? He gonna flip it into how I make it look good for them.
Oh man.
You feel me? It
Who's
ain't
almighty?
his word. It's I got the word. Okay, well, I'm finna. This is
Yeah.
how you know what I mean.
Yeah,
That's why
right,
it's
yeah.
King James version, all the versions.
All
But
the
like you
different
said, it's a
versions,
spot
yeah.
that got the real fucking version.
Yeah.
That's we can go visit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you can see what really motherfucking happened. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, man.
How important is it, or was it? Did it take you a while to find the right church home? Because a lot of times, some pastors, they interpretation of the word
Mhm.
or the ministry might be different from yours.
what they
And
call that?
people
What they
who
call
are-
it when pastors do that? When they go off script? It's a word for that. Like when they do their own, like when they preaching, when they do their preaching thing,
and
but
then they put their
own
own thing
little
into
whoop
it.
de whoop in there.
Oh man. You know, the own
Remix
mythology, if you ask me. You got your own mythology of it, because you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
If it ain't the word, then you
Is
know
it
what I'm
only
saying?
one way though? Like, is it only one way?
Only
Or
one way to
because
what?
say if I take a verse out
Uh-huh.
and my understanding of it is a little different than your understanding.
Okay.
But if our understanding of it, if the outcome is good,
Uh-huh.
ain't that kind of like the same thing or not?
Well, God speaks in many ways. So
Right,
how are
okay.
you gonna accept this message? You know, you can read something out the Bible without idolizing the characters in it, but it can speak right to your situation. I could just go straight to David and Bathsheba.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't manipulate that man into come over there. He was just
He was willing.
she thought everybody was out to war.
Mm-hmm.
So let me
Yeah.
bathe on the balcony because all the men gone. And Cain was over there like, man, that thing,
Mhm.
you know, that was a woman. That was a black woman. Bathsheba with a name like that, that was a sister, right?
For sure.
Bathsheba over there
For
looking
sure.
real
No,
chocolate
for
and all
sure.
that, right?
She-
So,
For sure.
but I'm just saying though, so it's making like in lust, moving in lust. Like if you got a problem with that, that was a lustful moment. That was
Yep.
a lustful spirit that hit David. And that's what made him result in the adultery.
Mm-hmm.
Started with the lust, then he hit her with the adultery, then he got her pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Then he killed his man, put him on the front line, sent him off for the war, so he wouldn't
wouldn't
find
know.
out
He
that
wouldn't find out
I'm
he
laying
got
around
his.
with your wife and she's
Damn.
pregnant because
Yes, sir.
he wouldn't lay down with her.
Mm-hmm.
He told him, like, come home and lay down with your wife, man. It's all good. You can go back to war. And he wouldn't do it. He wanted to stay on the front line with his partners. I mean, he was wanting to, stay strong so he can go back on the front line. So he sent him to go get knocked down. So you done committed all these sins just because you wanted some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to pay attention to what the Bible tell you when you actually reading it, because it can talk right to you. Just like when you go to church and they be like, "Man, he was talking right to me." It's like that. It's all how you
Mhm.
receive it. You know?
And like you said, if y'all messages, but it's all to a good point,
Yeah.
it should be no disagreement.
Right.
Right.
I can't tell you I can't tell you you wrong for interpreting how you interpret it. Like
But that's what
you
they
know
do
what I mean?
though.
That's what religion, a lot of religion is. Like, all the different sectors of Christianity, like Jehovah's Witnesses and Seventh-day Adventists, all of this, we're reading from pretty much the same Bible. We're just interpreting this stuff different.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Reinterpret.
For sure.
You right about that, bro.
So did it take you a while to find the right church home? Or
But I said straight out of Islam, it was just, I was going back and forth. So I'm getting my Islam work in on Fridays and I'm going to church on Sunday, but it's something about the prophetic word that was so on point. I'm like, this is God, man.
yeah, yeah.
And it opened up my eyes, man. And it was Islam. That is not God. That's something else. You got man bound down to the Kaaba. You worshiping a rock, a stone.
Yeah.
So it's basically witchcraft. Like I ain't not like that, but it's like, like
It is what it is.
it is what it is, bro.
I-
You know what I'm saying?
I-
You playing with
I got something to ask you.
stuff you ain't
'cause I don't
supposed to
wanna
be
say
playing
nothing,
with.
Yeah.
but Why so much
What you
turmoil
like to
in
be
this shit?
referred to as now?
Ah,
Your name?
Jehu.
Jehu?
Jehu.
Jehu.
So that came about when I got baptized in the lake, man. And I came out the water. And it was a deep moment for me, man.
Mhm.
My as soon as I came out the water, If you go look on my Instagram, you can see the video.
Yep.
But it kind of paused after that.
What's your Instagram? Where can we find you at?
King Jehu.
King
I think it's
Jehu.
like 2 underscores after
How you
it.
spell that? King. Can we
King
pull that up, Sully?
King Jehu.
2 underscores.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go ahead.
But yeah, so I felt the fire, man. You know, when you get baptized, you say, you know,
Yeah.
you come baptize you with fire. Yeah, that's me. Man, I felt my bones lock up, man. Fire all through my body. And I had to run to the shore of the lake, man. I got to spitting up and foaming out the mouth, man. Like demons was coming out of me. I can't lie to you. It was coming up out of me. I turned around, looked at the prophet, and he looked at me and said, Jehu. He said, King Jehu, the Lord is telling me that is your new name now. When he told me, you know, what it meant, Jehu was the one that got Jezebel up out of here. You know, everybody talking about you a Jezebel, you Jezebel.
Yeah.
Jezebel was a spirit. That was
Mhm.
that was a demon. You know, that wasn't a woman. That was a real demon. So she came to manipulate and turn a lot of prophets into false, you know, believing in false gods and doing a lot of witchcraft. That's what she was doing. And that's what I had to overcome too. I had to get delivered from a lot of witchcraft, juju, Creole voodoo. Um,
Damn.
it's a lot of things I've been. Yeah, a lot of. It was a real attack over my life.
Dealing with women.
That too. That and
The blood culture.
blood ties. So your actual bloodline, you know, my bloodline is Creole. So you never know what type of covenants your ancestors made, and you can be
Yep.
paying for it because you the chosen one. So it hits you a little harder. So you gotta figure it out. If you don't, then it's
That's
like
why I tell you I
nobody.
want to know where I'm from.
So I was told this. Ancestry.com. Go look up
I
Ancestry.com.
already did it. I already sent my DNA in and all that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That way, when that come
What's
in,
that say?
It came in.
you find out what actually tribe you from.
Mm-hmm.
Now that tribe, whatever they was playing with back then, you know what actually to target against. You saying El Gabar, that's the God of war right there. That's the one that's gonna fight for you. Saying Holy Spirit, all that. You fight over that. You target that, and then you can break whatever covenant through the blood of Jesus. I promise you, man. I done seen so much. Y'all probably won't believe the things I seen, man. You know, so. But
I believe you because I didn't, like you said, I get into wormholes and hear people testimony and it be sounding so crazy that like what? It be like you hear comments like, "No, I've been through." I'm like, "Dang, like for real?" Like,
yeah,
say you fighting your spirit is at war all day.
Yeah, it's like what make you do what you do. Like you don't know what you do. You ever seen somebody like, you know, you out here just knocking down all kind of different women, or you sliding on, you know, all that.
So many
What's
niggas want to be
making you
demons
do
now.
it?
That's crazy.
Demons on?
Yeah, cats. Yeah, I mean,
They
Bruh.
want to, like they,
Bruh.
yeah.
yeah, I'm telling you, that's what we telling niggas. I'm out here scared of niggas. Like, I ain't scared, but you know what I mean. I mean, like,
Yeah, I do what you
worrying cats. Like, y'all ain't right.
Yeah,
How many kids you got, bro?
I got 4 kids.
4 kids.
Yeah,
Shout out to the 4 kids.
Four of them things, man. Folk club.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What do you have? Boy, girls?
I had 2 boys and 2 girls.
Oh man, that's
Man,
tight.
yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, so
Blessing.
how important is it for you, bro, to be there with your children and exactly your sons from you being a man
Mhm.
and for them to not follow down the road of like gang banging and what comes with that?
It mean everything, you know. It even be just the small moments where you can catch something before it actually grows. You gotta. It's like, what if I wasn't here? Like, who was gonna show him that? Who was gonna tell him, like, you know?
Or who was going to direct them to that?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you know how easy it was for us as kids to, you know, get what you call it? Lord, I don't know.
Peer pressure,
Brand. You
manipulation.
know, all of that. Yeah, all of that, man. It was so easy for us to
Easy.
get into stuff back
Easy.
then, cause you know. But it mean everything to me, man. And you know, my kids, they know it's like drinking water to them now. They don't see daddy with the red bandana on no more, coming home sliding, guns going off in the house. They don't.
Because you
They
have
don't
to
experience
change
none
you
of that
first,
no more.
right?
Yeah. So I'm like, how can I preach to y'all about not doing this and then saying don't be like me, but you still see me
Yeah.
tripping?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they
That's
gonna,
why I said that's one of the
Do y'all
stupid.
you know what I'm
struggle with
Do,
saying?
that
do what I do
as
what I say,
fathers?
not do what
Now
I
Right.
do.
that's the worst
Do,
thing we
Because
was
do y'all
taught,
struggle with
bruh.
that as fathers?
That's
what?
the worst
Like
thing.
telling y'all kids something not to do, but y'all still do it?
Pockets.
Nah, no.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes.
I might
Sometimes I
sometimes.
do.
I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
sometimes. Because it's like, you know, it don't even gotta be nothing necessarily just bad. It could be something just unhealthy for you. You know? And it's
Yeah.
like, damn, you
Okay.
know that
Oh yeah, okay. I'll tell you.
you
All
know,
right.
just
Bet
different shit
facts.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
real.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
with your girls,
Mm-hmm.
how important is it for them to understand the man that you are today as opposed to what you were?
Yeah. You know, I tell my kids exactly what it is so they ain't gotta ask nobody the story about me. I'm gonna tell you what I used to do and what you shouldn't do, you know? But I actually like to teach my daughters more than because you don't wanna, they say you don't want your daughter to bring home a man that, you know what I'm saying? You don't bring no nigga home like me, but you still that nigga though.
Right.
So you gotta
Right.
change because
Right.
she gonna fall in
Cause she in
love
love
with
with
you
you, yeah.
first.
Right, right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I said I had to figure it out now that I'm
See,
seeing the
that's
more
that
they
thought
getting
of you
older.
know the man you could be.
Exactly.
I think you be talking all that shit about me with the phones.
Yeah,
is-
the fact that man, what you could be the potential, but you
Yeah.
still want to do this because you ain't,
Okay.
you don't want to let it go. But
I gotta ask you another thing before we wrap it up. So King Jehu,
mm,
don't go by. A lot of people who ain't know you before is Gunna,
yeah,
Doolil,
yeah.
YG, all that. I mean your rap name too. You still doing music?
You know what, man? I do gospel rap now too, so I try to let go of the other, or the other music I was doing. It's a battle with that. I'm not gonna lie, cause it just comes out like water, man. So I be having to battle with that.
What's the battle? Like not cussing?
No, the cussing part that's easy.
Yeah.
But I could just be riding, man. I like to take rides. So I'll be riding, man, and then I just, 8 bars come to my head out of nowhere, but it's about sliding. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
I feel
I be
like
like,
I feel like you can still do that long as and somewhere in there you tell them like this ain't what to do. Like you feel me? Because it's your testimony. It's like
mm,
it's rap. It's a story.
Mm.
You
You
know what I
gotta
mean?
slide for the
I see
Lord,
what
my
you
nigga.
You
saying.
gotta
You
slide for
can
the
flip it. Yeah,
Lord.
you can
Lord.
flip
Yeah.
it back.
You can
to
flip
where-
it back. Like you
Slide
feel
on
me?
all
Like
the atheists.
Nah,
like,
I mean,
this is crazy.
bro.
That's what I think. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
that ain't
you can still
tripping, bruh.
you gotta tell that story to let
Slide on
people
the
know
atheist.
Yeah.
who you are. For they like, oh, he was just like me.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
just like
And
me.
you
That's
get them
real.
You
hope.
feel me?
No, I definitely do keep it. In my songs that I did make, I ain't put them out yet. I got a few of them. I like 3, 4 songs I didn't put out yet, but I performed them at church. But it just it's a battle sometimes with me. I ain't gonna lie, but I know what I'm supposed to do, so I gotta walk in my purpose, or
Facts.
I get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, God is your father, man. You ever got a spiritual ass whooping? Let's keep it 100.
Most likely a couple
It's
times.
called "Why am I going through this? Why are you
Yeah.
doing this
Mm.
to me? Why is it?
Mhm.
You think like you doing this? It's you. Why is you? Why I told you what to do? You
Yeah.
know you ain't supposed to be doing it. You know you ain't.
You know better. I told you
Yeah,
already. We already
man.
had this talk. We had this
Right,
talk.
right.
We
Yeah.
definitely had this talk on
Do
everything.
not be of this world. You know what I'm
Everything.
saying?
I definitely agree with you on that one. On some,
Yeah.
and now I'm finna show you which since you
Yeah.
didn't want, I'm gonna show you all this. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
easy.
Hey man, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm not perfect. I ain't on here trying to act like I am. That I don't do no sinning. I'm not perfect, man. I struggle with a lot, man. But I know at the end of the day what my purpose is, and I gotta fulfill that mission. So if
We're
you
all
know
for
what you're supposed to be doing, and just get to it. Don't worry about nobody's opinion. What the world gonna think or what they gonna say about you, because you might save millions by walking in your purpose. So don't be like the rest. Don't follow the trends. Just let go. You gotta release to receive, man. And that can go in many ways. You feel me?
What's the
Yeah, yeah.
key message, man?
Mhm.
We're gonna conclude it with that one, man. Down and Diligent Podcast. If you're not subscribed already, gonna subscribe.
Just know
Yo,
I'm
we
down
outta
and
here.
diligent.
Yes, sir, man.
Gone.
I'm down and diligent.